Hey guys, so today I wanted to touch a little bit on what some of you guys might be having to do in just a few weeks and maybe a month or so for some of others. And that is teaching your children. Now, some of you guys have already done that because maybe you're a homeschooler or maybe you've had to homeschool due to the COVID. And others might have decided to keep their children home because of the pandemic and just safety concerns over sending your child to face-to-face. So either way, I thought, you know what, let me just do a short video and kind of talk to y'all about how you might be able to navigate the new world of doing the two-hat parenting where you're a teacher and a parent. Now, in the past, I've had to do both. I've actually literally taught my child in school as a parent. And let me tell you, it was a little bit, I was nervous about it at first. I was like, well, how am I going to do it and not show favoritism and or maybe on the opposite spectrum, be too hard on him because, that's where I tend to go. And it was actually one of the most beautiful things I've experienced. I was able to see my child in a classroom setting and see how he interacted with other students and to be able to teach him and to be able to answer his questions and to see his progress in the class. And so for me, it was a positive experience. Now, I've heard some nightmares of stories of people who tried homeschooling their child and they didn't listen, they didn't want to do the work, maybe they just couldn't figure out a way to teach them. Maybe they had struggled with the curriculum. What curriculum do I use? How am I going to set aside the time to make sure that it's structured? Because, kids need structure. And so these were all questions that I've heard other people tell me. Now, when I actually homeschooled my children, and I've homeschooled, I believe, all of them at one point or another, except for my youngest, so maybe 3 out of the 4 I've homeschooled. And so when I homeschooled them, I talked to other parents who homeschooled, those that I trusted, and I saw that they did a good job. And I researched and I used a curriculum that was used in a private school with my oldest son. It was the Abeka. I know a lot of y'all are familiar with that. And so I was familiar with it already, and I thought, you know what? And then I realized that you can make your own curriculum. You go online and get books and just create your own curriculum for a child. And as a parent, you know what your child likes and how you can teach them. Like, for example, if your child likes math, my goodness, Minecraft is the perfect way to teach math. You could teach them science while they're playing Minecraft. I mean, there are so many creative ways to teach your children with Legos. I mean, trains, you name it. You can use anything to teach your child. You can go on a field trip to the zoo. I mean, it's just amazing the things that you can do. Now, for those of you who have no choice and have to be home because of the COVID and your child is doing online studying or on virtual learning with their teacher and all of that, you are going to have to be a little more hands-on this year. You're going to have to make sure that your child is there on time, that they do their homework, that they understand the information, ask questions if they don't understand what they're being taught. And the key thing is to communicate with the school, the teachers, because that is going to be important. It's important to be able to have that kind of relationship so that if you are struggling or if there's any issues that arise, then you can talk to them with no problem, like you've already have that relationship. So, yeah, this year is going to be different. The year 2020 to 2021, this school year is definitely going to be one for the books. Last year was one for the books, but this one is definitely going to be interesting to see what happens. But anyway, I want you to know that I can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Like if I could homeschool my child with exceptionalities and all the quirks and everything that they've had, you can do it. And know there are resources online as well as in our city, in Montgomery, and I'm sure in other cities you live in, there are resources available to you. So do your research and try to figure out the best thing for your child. And know that whatever you decide, if you have to choose for, virtual versus face-to-face, that whatever you decide, you be okay with it because you are the parent and you know what's best. Don't feel bullied into picking one or the other. And if you have that privilege to be able to choose, then don't feel guilty over that either. So these are my thoughts, and I leave these things, for you to ponder upon and to think about, and hopefully to encourage you on this journey. So as always, good luck, and I hope to see y'all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.